Dylan's in a coma. I don't know if there's anything of him left in there. If he'll ever find his way back. The portal's been closed, but the hiss is still in the oldest house. And the lockdown can't be lifted as long as any trace of it remains. I'm working on a solution with my management team, but there is still a long road ahead. I'm the director of the Federal Bureau of Control. We're in this together. You and I.
My reflection trapped in the darkness of the coffee I nurse. The rain turned the lights of the city into a mosaic on the windows. The day's paper lists all the things wrong in the world. The list grows longer by the day. The difference between the morning and the night. Coffee. Whiskey. No other difference. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It feels like I just closed my eyes. It's dark. I sit up on the bed in the gloom. I get up, I shower. The driver waits for me downstairs, takes me to the oldest house. An old man stares at me in the car window. It's raining. It's dark. Late at night, he brings me back here. It's not a home, it's a room where I sleep in. Waking up just as tired as I was before going to bed. Endless grind.
Slide projector. Containment procedure. Redacted. Description/para-utility. The object is a redacted with a vertical tray. The object creates, redacted, see Dr. Darling presentation 26.1 for more details. The only redacted to successfully produce this effect resulted in the capture of redacted, see Dr. Darling presentation 26.3 for more details. Object has not been successfully bound. The para-utility of this object does not require binding. Background. Discovered when the Bureau responded to redacted, see AWE24 case file for more information. Many of the accompanying redacted were redacted, see files on P6, P7 for details. The entirety of the redacted was transported to the Bureau for examination to find additional redacted or other altered materials.
Shawshank Redemption. That's the name of the movie I was thinking of earlier. Not important, but that was it.
When do you think Marshall's coming back? It's not like her to be absent during a crisis.
Marshall's as tough as they come. You don't need to worry about her.
I hope you're right. You heard the director stop the hiss, right? Sounds like she can really handle things.
Finally, someone had the balls to take the fight to them. It's about time we had someone other than an old man at the helm.
Actually, I agree. She's beaten the hiss over and over. If we win this thing, it'll be because of her.
I'll be here waiting for you when you wake up, brother. If you wake up.
I hear the director took on an astral spike. God, what a badass.
which is the object of power, the slide or the slide projector? Or is the distinction itself a fallacy? Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately. I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
That's... really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really. Thank you. Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing. How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I'm still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them. When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any hiss activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
But don't worry, we'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that. So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
Me.
You. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily. I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Analysis of his threat, Part 5. Confidential. Summary. His corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, each entity representing a stage of growth in an undiscovered linear progression leading towards what? Additionally, Hiss entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have they achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single highly talented para-utilitarian and divided their access to paranatural abilities across the network of Hiss corrupted hosts? As a scientist, I am hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? That seems like a good start.
We gotta be methodical. Clean out every last hiss with one thorough sweep, room by room. But if there's a building shift and even one get behind our line, then... Fuck, this place is a pain in the ass sometimes. Any luck finding the armory?
None. Looks like it got shifted. We have rangers checking each sector.
Fuck, whose side is the house on? Alright, we'll keep teams looking. And post a watch on the old location just in case it shifts back. We need that fucking ammo. Yeah, I found a file on the old director, Northmore. Didn't list any date of death. You know anything about that?
Could be an error. Record staff process a lot of data. Maybe it just slipped through.
Yeah, maybe. I heard you closed the Hiss portal, or whatever it is we're calling it. And if we could just flush out the stragglers.
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols.
Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau, fuck it, the entire fucking world, without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this. What are your thoughts on me serving as director?
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but... well, you pulled us back from the brink, so... well, I'm honored to serve, ma'am. I mean, fuck, shit. Faden. Sorry.
He'll get it one day. So, what's the situation in my bureau, Arish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in Hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting Hiss.
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Well, Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever going to end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself, if that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks. Hopefully she turns up. I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be. Hey, watch yourself out there.
There's no way this happened by accident, I'm telling you. The board arranged this to whittle down our numbers, to prepare...
Can't you just process these staff files quietly? I don't want to hear this.
You don't want to hear how we're just sheep being led to slaughter by our own ignorance? Fine, fine.
The director shut it down. No problem. It's a huge victory. Huge!
I heard she sacrificed her brother's soul to seal the Hiss dimension.
What are you talking about? I've told you 100 times to stop with your conspiracy horseshit.
Director Faden did a fine job handling this, especially considering how new she is.
I suppose, but the Hiss are still all over the Bureau. When is she gonna get them out?
I'm sure she's working on it. It wouldn't kill you to admit she's doing a good job. I heard Pope was promoted. Head of research.
What? The director's just handing out promotions?
I guess you better get in there.
Pope is now head of research. It's official.
Head of research? When was the review process? Why weren't we consulted?
Calm down. It's pretty clear she earned it.
So Darling is really gone. End of an era.
That's what they're saying. I heard something about him falling into a different dimension.
That sounds like a perfect way for a man of science to go. Godspeed, you brave son of a bitch.
Pope wants a full physical examination of Dylan Faden, specifically looking for any physiological abnormalities.
Abnormalities? Does she think the Hiss is still inside him?
She wants to rule it out entirely before we move on with our analysis. She's determined to learn how he survived the cleansing process.
You gave us That's no normal piece of paper.
Dear New York Tribune, airplanes aren't real. I figured out how they do it. The windows are TV screens. The whole thing moves on big tracks like a roller coaster that moves through underground tunnels in the earth. Airports are more like train stations. They do this because the sky is full of monsters that they don't want us to know about. The planes we see in the sky are the monsters. The government made the Earth trains look like the monsters so they could lie to us better. Don't contact me.
Okay, I need to know where it's gonna end up. There should be one more page.
Dear elected official, thanks to the recent smoking ban in my state, I am happy to inform you I will not be voting for you in the next election. As everyone knows, smoking is being banned because the smoke is toxic to the aliens that the government sold our planet to in a secret deal. If humans keep smoking, the aliens won't be able to live on Earth. Our air would be poison to them. If you government traitors can't stop people from smoking, then you won't get your millions of dollars from the aliens. I have a website. People know what's going on. We're going to keep smoking no matter what. This is a national emergency. Politicians are handing the planet over to alien overlords. We won't let you. We will resist. I will smoke forever. Signed, a proud smoker/rebel/patriot. Dear gentlemen of the Society of Sciences, it has been some time since I sent my initial letter. I hope it is not the case that you have dismissed my claims outright. In that hope, I am writing you to once more ask for your help in understanding the oddity that has befallen me in my home. I have recently begun renting a new apartment in the city. The space is nothing special, though for a time I found the isolation quite soothing. Recently, I have begun experiencing a strange occurrence. When I'm in my kitchen, a tiny little thing with not much but a sink, I sometimes lose myself. My surroundings change. I find myself standing on strange dark stone. I stare out at a colorless sky, as white as undisturbed snow, devoid of movement. Perhaps this is a brain issue. I think not, as it feels terribly real. This has been occurring for some months now, and I have become frightened of entering the kitchen. If it's not too much of an inconvenience, I would dearly appreciate a visit from one of your professionals to see what they make of it. I await your response with little expectation, but with great hope. Very truly yours, Lemaine Fitzgerald. I'm a plaid suit in a pinstripe world. I'm a plaid suit in a pinstripe world. Redacted. I'm a plaid suit in a pinstripe world. I'm a plaid suit in a pinstripe world. My clock is shaped like a cat and its eyes move, and I think it's angry, but I keep apologizing and it won't stop. But I said I'm sorry, 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 and it won't leave me alone, and I don't know what it wants. I can't keep apologizing for... Do you see it now too? It told me everyone is here and I need to be careful so they don't see me writing this letter. It wants me to stay with it, with my eyes on its eyes and moving very fast. But I can't keep going and I worry they will forget about me. So I need to write you about this because I can't keep going, but the cat will because of its eyes. Reducted. Moving letters. Containment procedure. Black rock paneling suppresses the item's effect. Description/altered effect. A stack of 4 envelopes, each containing a single page of paper. All 4 letters are illegible due to extreme water damage. The envelopes, curiously, do not show any sign of such damage and are covered in messages of love. The items are able to move short distances at a pace of less than redacted and always in a redacted direction. This is the first altered item to have multiple separate parts, a fact previously believed to be an impossibility by redacted. A proposal to take the items outside the oldest house and follow their movement to its final destination is under consideration with the Budget Committee. Background. Items was found in the Dead Letter Archives, where the Herd archivist found it attempting to escape a filing cabinet. She reports having no record of the items in her archive of letters. Hey, you have questions and the prophets have your answer. If you are truly intrigued, watch the time. We've lost about 45 days in the past 4 years, the shortening of days. This is why the Vatican is a sundial and also simultaneously a keyhole. Another thing while I'm here, if you want the secret to everything, compare plasma next to brain cells. The sun, moon are composed of plasma, simply light, not planets. After this is cemented in your psyche, ponder the current whereabouts of where you, I, and humanity reside. Cheers. To the esteemed members of the American Psychiatric Council, I am writing you to inquire about the significance of dreams in relation to one's mental health. I am aware that there are many books purporting to contain the true meanings of dreams, but I have reservations about their legitimacy. I understand that this is not usually done, but I would greatly appreciate your thoughts on my condition. Ever since I was young, I have had intensely vivid dreams. They only occur sporadically, but in them I witness very strange events. I understand dreams can seem real at the time, but these feel markedly different. They do not occur often, perhaps only 1 or 2 a year. Last night I had one. I saw a small, empty town. It was utterly dark. There was a lake at its center. Shadows of people moved around me, muttering odd things. A bright light woke me up. I was screaming in my sleep. My wife had been shaking me for minutes before I woke. Because of this recent incident, I have decided to seek help. The doctor says I am physically fine, but I wanted to consult your expertise. Thank you for your valuable time. Yours very sincerely, Richard Boker. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override in maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal, nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach, based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know, it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't even think they know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay?
Systems Security Evaluation. Confirmed data breach. Summary. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Struchens, Rubens Noguera, Arto Kolumlak, Christopher Mills Bofrig, Jaco Saarinen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending.
Mark Gibson, male, age 28, returned from the astral plane approximately 13 minutes ago. This was his 21st dive. Patient is experiencing migraine-like pain, intense pressure behind the eyes, and partial blindness. He has no recollection of his time in the astral plane and appears severely disoriented. Preliminary examination revealed no immediate cause, so we will be sending the patient for x-rays and... What the fuck is that thing? God, it burst right out of him. Code black! Get Marshall!
Mold's gotten in here too? All right. Let's get cleaning, she said, cocking her gun.
Human Hand Chair, A163KE. Containment Procedure. Item must be kept in isolation, removed from other unsecured objects. Under no circumstances is the item to be sat in. Description and altered effect. A plastic seat shaped like a human hand from the 1960s. The hand's palm forms a seat, with the fingers acting as the chair's back. The item affects gravitational forces, attracting and repelling objects near itself with a force of redacted. Its fingers have also been observed to change position, though too quickly to be witnessed or filmed. The item may be changing forms rather than moving. The item only displays these effects during full moons. Sample analysis confirms that it contains human genetic material. Background. Found in a warehouse at Redacted, Albany. A team of ranger trainees, accompanied by an experienced field agent, were dispatched to investigate local rumors when they encountered the item. They successfully retrieved the item. Ramen lantern. Containment procedure. The item should be kept in a locked containment cell. Any prolonged observation of the item should be avoided. Description or altered effect. The item is a paper lantern known as a chochin. The paper is red with pigment black Japanese characters that translate to ramen. Item has an attractive effect. Objects gravitate towards the item with a minor force of redacted. More notable is its ability to attract sentient organisms with its rich red color and warm, comforting glow.
This is the safe room Will showed me. The one with the altered item inside.
Threshold Management Retrospective. Threshold 9D. Summary. Threshold with effect redacted manifested in the containment sector, in the middle of the redacted department. Simultaneously, numerous redacted appeared in the area, injuring and killing many redacted. After rescue operations were completed and redacted, Rangers were sent in to discover the threshold's epicenter. The sheer amount of redacted made the expedition impossible. The area was sealed off after removing the clocks proved an impossible task. The department was relocated and the area abandoned. Researchers theorize the threshold introduced unstable melter to our dimension, which adopted the redacted as a stable form of the redacted when introduced to more stable redacted.
Great. More clocks. Is that? It's making more clocks?
Ocelot's Anchor. Containment procedure. Black rock paneling successfully prevents manifestation of the sphere. Description/altered effect. A Trotman-style anchor made of iron with a wooden stock. Surfaces rusted in places. Weighs 3,789 pounds. The item generates a persistent blank sphere, the purpose of which is currently unknown. This sphere is always generated at a precise point in relation to the item, specifically redacted horizontal feet and redacted vertical feet from the redacted of the anchor. Appendix 4/25/1983.
Redacted Ranger First Class was dropped into the sphere wearing a diving suit with dedicated oxygen line at Redacted AM EST. After 10 minutes and 13 seconds inside the sphere, Redacted's oxygen line was cut at the sphere's border by an unseen force. All agents in the room during Redacted's entry into the sphere experienced vomiting, vertigo, and loss of fingernails within an hour of one another. Ranger Redacted has been declared MIA, presumed dead.
This paranatural power contained in one place is a risk. Makes me wonder what other dangers are locked away inside the Bureau. That must be one of the missing records.
Red light. Containment procedure. The object's effect is subdued by exposure to sunlight. Description: altered effect. A traffic light with 3 distinct lights arranged vertically on each of its 4 sides. From top to bottom, the lights shine red, yellow, and green. A popular children's game, see CBA 315 for details, is believed to be integral in the manifestation of this item and its effect. If an entity approaches the item while its red light is activated, they will be instantaneously relocated a distance of redacted from the item. Note: theories that the item is shifting people to a former timeline or parallel universe have been explored and demand. Background: the item was discovered after a streetlight at an intersection near the elementary school began shifting people away from itself after sunset. A local panic brought the case to the attention of the Bureau. The item was contained, and a gas leak was blamed for this confusion in the townspeople's perception.
Director visits my exhibits or something like that. At least some of you are behaving, my good little buddies. I'm worried about Alfred. Do either of you have cats?
I possess 2 canines, sir.
I am more of a reptile person.
Right.
Guarding your life is a great privilege, sir. We are both pleased with our assignment.
That's great. Thank you. How the hell did an astral spike end up in the archives? My poor records are gonna get torn to shreds.
Sir, I am required to inform you that all records are property of the Bureau, not of any one individual.
And I am required to inform you that the astral spike's origins may be a confidential matter and should not be inquired upon by low-clearance personnel.
Would you two stop doing whatever it is you're doing? And I'm not low clearance. Oh, now the trench is gone. Rest his soul. I really need to dig out my old proposal on better containment practices. More ritual worship, iconography, the whole shebang.
Sir, are you feeling threatened? Is our presence reassuring?
What? No. Yes. Stop it. Darling gone, they'll need someone new to do those videos. Welcome to the Panopticon. Welcome to the Panopticon. Welcome to the Panopticon.
There! Low-level security systems are up and running again. Told you I could do it.
We never expressed an opinion that implied doubt in your abilities, sir.
Are you guys robots? Seriously, do we have robots here now?
We are perfectly human, sir.
When are we gonna drop this whole robot act?
When it stops being funny? Now shut up, he'll hear you.
I found all those missing altered items.
All of them? Wow, you have a gift, ma'am. But those weren't all of the altered items missing from the Panopticon. The hiss must be making them restless. We've had several more containment breaches.
How many of these things did he lose? How many?
Just a couple. Should be no problem for you. I really appreciate your help. Really. Just super.
Can I get a situation report for the sector?
Whew, okay, we still have to perform a proper inventory of the cells. Lord knows how many altered items snuck out during all this. Staffing. We definitely lost some people. Gonna have to hit those college career fairs, am I right? Huh.
It's hard to imagine the FBC at job fairs.
The hiss are still tearing up the place faster than we can fix it, but the containment sector is stable. Ish.
Considering the alternative, I'm happy with stable-ish. Any thoughts on me serving as director? I know it was a sudden change.
Oh, no complaints so far. Trench was all secrets, lots of meetings behind closed doors. You seem much more approachable. But if I can give you some advice, ma'am, keep a grip on who you are. I've been here a long time, and I don't know if it's the job or this place, but people change here. And not for the better.
I'll try to keep my head on straight. Will you stay on after things calm down, Langston?
Are you asking if I'm quitting? Oh, no, ma'am. I'm not having some mid-level agent make a mess of my Panopticon. Plus, I'm racking up serious overtime hours with this lockdown. Just don't take too long clearing out the hiss. My cat gets separation anxiety.
I'll do what I can. He must have gotten a pet sitter. I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Yeah?
This thing again. To another altered item. What does this thing want? Is it fighting the board? I never did like flamingos. Too pink.
Pink flamingo. Containment procedure. No unique procedure acquired. Altered status is suspected but unverified. Description/altered effect. A plastic pink flamingo lawn ornament. 2 steel prongs extend from its underside. The item is suspected to influence atmospheric physics, altering meteorological phenomena in the area. This effect is currently unconfirmed. Appendix. New altered effect has been observed. See file A146.D for details.
The only thing creepier than one mannequin is a few dozen of the damn things. New hero policy. No more mannequins.
Waste mannequin. Containment procedure. No known procedures for preventing the item's effect. Update 390. Lining the item's cell with the newly discovered black rock has yielded positive results. Test with other altered items. Description: altered effect. A wire and fabric waste mannequin. The base and head are made of stained wood. The item duplicates. The trigger for this behavior is unknown. No correlation can be found in either the number of duplications that manifest during an episode or the duration for which they last before disappearing. Sterling. Event summary. A paranatural object appeared in a field outside the town of Sterling, Colorado, near a billboard advertising redacted. No civilians were injured, though a family dog has been reported as missing since the event. Event response. Local authorities arrived on the scene and began issuing orders using watchwords flagged by the Bureau, including redacted. Bureau agents from the regional office were dispatched and arrived 2 hours after local police. The situation was contained and analysis began. Bureau research staff arrived the next day and examined the object. After redacted days of evaluation, the object was lifted into an enclosed truck with built-in black rock panels and relocated to Bureau headquarters via the subway transit system leading into the oldest house. Sterling. Details. Local witnesses report a bright flash in the field at approximately redacted. No noise accompanied the light. Authorities had assumed the object fell from the sky, but our examination found the object actually manifested there, vaporizing the soil around and in an intense, spherical, redacted, which possibly explains the light seen from the town. The object is a hollow sphere made of a stone-like material. Structural analysis of the material does not redacted on record. The sphere has a broken portion as if something redacted from the object. The object has been inactive since arriving at the Bureau. The communications department officially stalled to the press that the object was a small meteor, while also liaisoning to America Overnight program to redacted. See episode 92. Note, this AWE will be studied in the containment sector until the spherical object is deemed safe to be transferred to the investigations sector.
You're listening to America Overnight, now in our 29th year, lifting the veil between fiction and reality. Thank you for staying up with us. I've been getting a lot of calls about this meteor in Sterling, Colorado. There were reports of a large spherical container that crash-landed in a field outside town. Some government people reportedly took it away. Now, we happen to broadcast from Colorado, and Sterling isn't far. I drove down myself to check it out with members of the America Overnight team. I don't need to tell you, it wasn't long before we found pieces of metal debris scattered in a field. Listeners, this is yet another instance of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, entering our airspace and crashing. That the government took away the evidence under cover of darkness only compounds the fact that these are more than likely visitors from beyond our planet, or dare I say, solar system. Head on over to our website to see pictures of the spacecraft pieces we uncovered. And while you're doing that, our sponsors will like your ear. America Overnight will be right back.
Then which is the object of power, the slide or the slide projector? Or is the distinction itself a fallacy?
I took care of the Tomasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him.
You're right. I just didn't want to be insensitive.
Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental. Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.